Shalom, giving all praises to my Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh, by Yeshum, Yahweh Shah, by Yeshum, Wakar HaKodash. Double honors to my apostles and my elders, bishops, and peace and many salutations to our young that's toiling in his truth. So I was listening to talk radio yesterday. It's a channel, I don't know if it's local, but down here it's 820 AM radio, and it was going into how, we're seeing a drop in prices in gas, and people are ecstatic about it, or optimistic about it, but that's actually an indicator that a recession is coming. A recession is basically a downturn in the economy that expands over two quarters, and really technically, we're in a more dire situation than that, because we've been in a downturn of the economy for the last 2 years. So I would say that we're headed towards a depression, which is a worsening recession, right? But he was saying the reason why we're seeing such a decrease in prices is because gas is sold on future contracts. A future contract is, looking at the economy within the next, few months or a year or years, to make a purchase of a particular good, in this case, gas. So, say for instance, if you were buying gas or future contracts last year, then, you're looking at the economy, you pretty much would know that, okay, well, shoot, the economy is gonna go low. It's gonna be lowered, or production is gonna be lowered, and so gas is not gonna be needed as much. And if you look at the plight of the trucking industry, that's exactly what happened. A lot of these various truckers, in particular, contract owner operator contractors, they have been xed out, because the high prices in the gas made a lot of people have to give up their business. So the demand in oil has decreased, and people, they don't really understand the economy. They don't really understand, really just, predicting the future. You know what I'm saying? Because, people do it for us with 4Ks and things of that nature. And also, we're just fed a very microwave mentality. So a lot of people, they're seeing, what's going on in the economy. Well, that's in particular with gas, and they're optimistic. But this is an indicator that, bad times are coming. So this is according to WRAL.com. It says economists warn lower gas prices this week in NC could indicate potential recession. Now this is local news in NC, North Carolina. But I actually heard an economist speaking on how this is going to be a nation wide event of a recession. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into it. Now it says the average price of unleaded gas in North Carolina has dropped 9 cents in the past week. Tuesday data found the American Automobile Association shows the average price for a gallon of gas in North Carolina is $4.40, whereas it was $4.52 last week. The prices are down from North Carolina's all-time high of $4.67 per gallon 3 weeks ago. WRAL news spoke with Kennan Institute of Private Enterprise chief economist Gerald Cohen about how he believes gas prices will continue to go down in the coming weeks. However, Cohen believes the reason behind lower prices could be fears of recession. Economic activity slows, gasoline demand slows, Cohen says. If there's coming down, if they're coming down because people think we're in a recession, then that's bad. Cohen said he believes a recession is worse than paying higher gasoline prices. He also said it's impossible to predict how far gas prices will fall due to the volatility of the market. Also, Cohen explained why wholesale gas prices are declining. It's probably uh, that the markets are fearing that demand is going to decline because of the recession or a potential recession. And remember what I told you all about future contracts. So the fear of a recession coming is people aren't buying as much these industries or these big companies. They're not buying a lot of oil because they believe that there's going to be a downturn in the economy. Okay. Cohen said he agreed with Pantheon macroeconomic chief economist Ian Shepherdson tweet about a meltdown of wholesale gas prices on Tuesday. If this trend holds, and that's an important if, then gasoline prices should be coming down. Cohen said. Now this is who he agreed with. This is a tweet from Ian Shepherdson. Meltdown in wholesale gas prices today. White line means serious relief at the pump. Yellow line uh, over the next couple of weeks. So it's going to be a downturn in gasoline prices, but that's an indicator of what? That's an indicator that there's going to be a downturn in the economy. Okay. And so people, they see what's going on. They see these cheap prices. They see even cheap when it comes to food, and people cheaper prices when it comes to food, and people are ecstatic. People think that things are going to go back to normal. And in fact, these cheaper prices are an indicator that things are going to get better here. And what's crazy is this is prophesied in scriptures to the T. This is how you know that we had the truth from Yahweh by Shemi Havashah. And I'm going to give you guys the precept that I'm alluding to. Now, this is 16:21. Behold, their victuals shall be so cheap upon Salakia. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they should think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And this is what we see going on. So let's look up this word visual so we could get an understanding of what this precept is saying. Okay. Now, that word visual, according to dictionary.com, is food, victuals, food supplies, provisions. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just curious to see what that word provision is. So I can look this up for you guys, because it's going into basically food and also things that we need to in order to survive. You know what I mean? Or to make it on this earth. Okay. Let's see here. Did I spell it right? Let's go back. Yeah, I did spell it right. Provisions. Let's see here. I just want to look up these words to illustrate to you guys, what's being said, man. Let's see here. I'll look this up for you guys real quick. Here we go. Now I just look it up and uh, just looked it up. And the source, this is food, forage, groceries, broad, child, fair, feed, you know what I'm saying? Fodder. So these are things that create uh, basically the food that we eat, you know what I'm saying? The feed for the, cattle and things of that nature, right? Let's jump down to, and this provisions according to dictionary, providing or supplying of something, especially of food or other necessities. All right, so oil is a provision for food. Any truck that you see on the highway, you know, or anything, let me refine what I'm gonna say. Anything that you see within a grocery store or anything that you buy, it's on a truck for it first, right? It's on a truck. So oil is a provision for us to get goods, in particular, in this case, uh, oil is used, in the transportation industry, to give us food and things of that nature. So vegetables are so cheap, or they're becoming cheap because of recession, and people think that they're in a good standing, but in all actuality, we're about to be, we're about to see some very, very tough times, in the near future. And again, a gas demand decline is an indicator of that. Okay, let's go back to the scriptures. Back to 2nd Ezra 16. We'll read it again. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So there's going to be certain states that's going to not be doing so well and be starving people out. California is one. If you notice, they made it to where owner operators can't uh, operate in California, man. That's going to cause a decline in readily available goods. A lot of people are going to be starving. And there's going to be a great exodus out of California. We're already seeing that going on now. A lot of people are fleeing out of California, man. There's going to be that's going to be increased when these goods are not available to get. Okay, so prophecy is popping off the pages, like the Akim like to say, and it's so true. We understand what's going on. All we have to do really is just, settle our souls in the Lord and help by Shine. So I pray this was edifying for you guys. I'd like to give all praise to my Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh Shem Yahushua Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to my apostles, bishops, elders. Many salutations to Yakim, toiling in his truth. Shalom.